Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome back to the realm. And I've been busy offline. I'm sorry about that. I got a bit carried away just doing stuff, as you do. But I'll show you where we got to. So we're here, the other side of the wall. I think some of this was on the previous one. I put down a sample square and put some buildings around it. This house here, which we had kind of some trees in, I've just repeated them on the other side, neatened it up. There's this tree gone in. So I've kind of brought the town out just a little bit further on this side. I've shoved another shell of a building here, and just for shits and giggles, there's a downstairs bit. I don't know why there's a cobweb in the cupboard. Um, so that's a bit different. This one might have a different sort of roof. I don't know. The roof might be lower down. And I started building some shells of some houses over the other side of the river here by the gate where we come in. Just been putting those in. This has got a set of stairs that go all the way down here that come out, and there's a window thing there. They're just cupboards, those doors. That was because when I was over the other side of the river looking in here, see where the windows are, I just thought it'd be nice to have some windows, something to break up the bank a bit. So I'm assuming I'm going to be chopping down these trees and putting buildings through, maybe up against the wall. I've started to curve the path around this way, so maybe the next building, or maybe we'll come out here and the buildings will be on the left. I don't know. I'll just keep going with all that stuff. I've been doing largely cosmetic stuff. So this path, the riverbank path thing that we know about, that goes through this tunnel here, I've taken it along, I've extended it, I've put it down, I've taken it all the way around the edge of the land. Now you can see it actually joins up all the way across at the back. I have tidied up the back of the university. I've given it its own steps down to the water here and put a couple of open gates on the steps. I planted plants along it. I kind of thought this would be I was trying to work out how to make sense of the fact that there's a gate at this end. Look at this end. We've got this is one of the squares, but we've got a gate and it's all blocked off into the university, and yet it's not outside because it's still within the walls. So I was trying to work out the logic of this. So I've decided what this is kind of university gardens, fellows garden or something. So we've got some land here to do something with, and I put flowers along the sides, and I've made sure that you can't get up from here. So you've got a 3-block high wall there, and the same one on the other side, 2-block at the end, but you still can't get up it. And in theory, these gates could be shut. So this is kind of a private area. As the past, I've developed this custom plant using one of the Minecraft heads. It's a player head, but it's safe. It's not going to change. It looks a bit like a Protea from South Africa. So I've been developing that. This is a kind of just decided that they grow along the riverbank here. Partly that originated because I've got this rocky outcrop up here. I didn't know what to do with it. So I've embedded some glowstone in it and covered it all up with carpet and these things just to stop things spawning up here. So that's what it's all about. And then I thought, oh, I've got to give it some consistency. So I've looked, this valley is where these things grow. They're really pretty. I really like them. And they grow up along the water source and up on that side. Yeah, so this is where it's this little ecosystem where this Protea, I suppose, grows. What else have I been doing? I tidied up. This was all just rock, so I've put in nice vaulted things. I decided to knock this through over here to bring it up into the square, so that if you want to access the path down there, but you're not allowed to go through the gates into the Fellows Garden, as a member of the public, you can sort of go down here and walk on the path, which sort of makes sense. So that's tied together. Then in my process of tying things together, I started looking at the roads and the links around the outside of this area. Let me go in here, because something I've done is I've in the university, we know we need to start breaking the symmetries and doing interesting stuff. But one of the things I've done, up these stairs here, you'd normally go up there and it would carry on. But I've driven a staircase down there to the left to the hidden archive. and this goes all the way down, and this is going towards the direction of the river. So this is now under the river. So I've built a hidden archive here. The idea, it's just like a study area, isn't it? You can hear annoying amounts of skeletons and things because there is a sort of cavern and caves and stuff just outside of this. Not much I can do about that. But then up the other side, as you've seen from the previous videos, I used to have this high resolution map going on, and I thought rather than move it, I would hide it. So here's the high resolution map, and you can see I've made it a lot bigger. And the idea is this is the kind of the greater district, because I've been using this to design roads and things. So we're now up there. So we went into the university and went under the river and up here. So one of the things I've been doing is building these roads. So we looked at this road through the north gate here, which goes off, if you remember, to this little harbour thing, walled harbour, and then there's the water gate in the previous videos, me building this thing up to the sea. So I've also now driven the path all the way, look, that branches there, through, and I need to refresh this map. This is a 2-block wide path now to that village. The branch in the path here runs down there, it goes over a bridge and joins up to the paths outside the walls this way, and we've got another branched path going. So I'm just trying to tame the landscape outside the city, really. Join some stuff up so that instead of just being a couple of straight line paths going across the landscape, there's slight roads, and we might build things at junctions and just make it a rich experience to go walking through the scenery. And we can walk some of these over here, over to this village. I've also now joined that up with a road going straight down the south. Here you can see it just about through the trees to a village here, which we know about this village. This was one of the existing paths and things that we had, but I've mapped out all the way down south past another village, all the way down to there, and I've stopped there because at this level here, when we go along the path there, this is Darking Pool, this sort of seaside, swampside little homestead that I built, and in my head that marks the limits of the sort of Swinnyminster district. It's a long way. Over here in this bit of the map, I think this is just water. I might mark this off and then make a map of maybe Chernobyl or some other area, some other little thing in this, what's left. It's going to be 3 by 3 by 5 block, maybe, to map something else out there. But yeah, I've been doing all the mapping and trying to look at this and use this as a way to decide where roads are going to go. So another road has gone in here. So when we come out of Swinnyminster, go off down to the lake house here and all of this wheat fields, I've pushed another road here that carries on. You see it's going over the bridge and the river here and heads off down and links up to that village. And that village is something I'd only ever previously accessed by taking a boat trip along this creek here and stumbling through the mountains to it, but it's linked up by road now. So that's all cool. And I shall do some more roads. I mean, one of the things I think, well, I know that there's a start of a road running off here, so here's the lake house. Just to the side, there is a start of a road heading off in that direction, so we might go over here with another linked road. But we're going to gradually link up the scenery so that there's a lot of roads and opportunities to build villages and things along them and settlements. And I mean, it's going to take years. I hope I'm still alive. I hope Minecraft is still around. It's going to take years to do it, but I want a very rich experience when you come and walk around this. First thing, let's go and have a look at the gates and stuff around here. I guess the last thing, we came up through this door here. So I said I wanted to disguise this. We've got, here's a sliding door here. Let's go out. So this is where we always used to come to the map. So I've covered it over and made it look natural, blended it into the landscape with the different blocks and things. So I'm hoping that that's about as invisible as you can get. It's a little bit high, and I'm still not decided, but I might take the wall back and over the top of it and around so the wall actually goes over it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I might, If I do that and then decide I want to change the height or something, I've got a big problem. But this is a very secret gate. You can barely see it because that's a, there you go, a stone button and a stone thing. It's just basically invisible, and you only know it is the two coal. There we go. So let's make it daytime. If we head on over to one of those areas I was working in. Well, I put down another house, 2 house shells there as well, ready to go. So here's the road that runs off down to the lake house, but just up this side here. See, previously the only way you'd get in to the side gate was to go along this path here and then in, but that's not very natural. So we've got another one the other side of the lake cutting across up here. But anyway, broadly they bring you up to this monument that I've put in. I made sure that was nice and symmetrical. And from it we've got a nice view of that gatehouse going into the side of the walled city. Maybe I want some water in there. Not sure. And these roads wind around. So this, we've seen where this one goes. This one winds through the forest in this sort of direction, and it goes over the river here. And this is the same river that we've crossed with our city bridge over there. So we're not too far away from the city walls here. This is just a footbridge, and this winds up and up and up. See, we're not far from the wall. You can see the wall over there through the countryside. And I think here, there we go, joins on. So that path there is the one that goes back and joins up to the north gate of the city wall over here. There we go, that little, and the walled harbour over there. And if you keep going along that way, you get to the other village. I mean, this isn't rocket science, but it's quite interesting because I'm trying to, I say, tame the landscape. It's not just about putting a building in the middle of a city and not joining it up. It's not to do with putting a city in a landscape and not joining it up. I want the whole thing to be lived in and evolved. That's the plan. Another thing I noticed, because over here, this is going to be land with housing, low density housing, I keep calling it. So I think that means it's got gardens. But I've built another bridge out of the main square. So there, look, there we go. I just looked at the high resolution maps you've got and saw an opportunity to go out this way in a bridge. So you've also got a bridge as well as the one over there. We've got a bridge coming across this way, so we can connect this land up to the square a bit better. It just felt a bit, this square feels a bit disconnected from things. I might need to put some trees or something in the square. I'm feeling now it's time to maybe just put something in it. It's very bare. And I had the same thought over here with this expanse here. So I've put some bases of some birch here, and I was just going to decorate them up really. So I'll start all these style of tree. I don't know really how you do it, but I like to start each one by making sure that every downward branch is supporting something so they all make sense. And then it's really just a matter of, I mean, at the top for sure needs filling on all 4 sides as a sort of star. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of go by gut feeling as to what I think it's going to look right. Is that enough? Looks a bit skanky on that side. No, I don't like it hanging out that much. Right, next one. Hard to place that. And I've tried to make all of these trees different, so sort of with random placements of these nubbins and things that can hang stuff off. Right, there's that one. On the top is going to be That's a bit empty. Let's have one there. And another one there. Believe me, this will look really good with certain shaders and things that improve the foliage. There we go. I'll get to the top. Where should we go? That it? Maybe one there. Maybe this needs something here. Okay. I'll do the last one. I mean, I'll do the others offline. It's not very exciting, is it? No, Robert, it's not very exciting at all. Why are you wasting time doing this when there could be more exciting things to do? Well, because I'm playing. This is my game. I think that anyone's watching. I doubt that anyone's watching. But I like if they are. There we go. Maybe one there. Is that it? There we go. So nothing too dense. Maybe another one there. So there. Cool. So we just got some trees. This one looks a bit bare just here. And it also looks a bit bare there. There we go. And I'll repeat that for the other ones. We will have a look around here with some shaders and texture packs at some point. It looks really nice. But, I mean, the aim with all of this is it has to be good in vanilla. I don't want to go for mods or textures that really change things. As you know, the only texture I've got is a tiny tweak to water lilies, so they've got flowers like that. And a tweak to the way wheat looks. That's all I'm doing. At the moment, anyway. I'm not doing, like, slabs, textures and things. It's cheating. Cool. Well, we'll do some more of that, the next row of them offline. I thought about going over to build this sort of obsidian fortress thing, and I'm going to wait. Definitely going to wait till the next update because of Minecraft, because I want to use the basalt as well. I need these blacks. It's really annoying they don't come with their stairs and slab variants. So for stairs and things, I think I'm limited to nether brick, dark nether brick stuff. Which is that this color? Yeah. Or is that red nether brick? That's red nether brick. So the dark one is quite dark. And that'll just have to be what goes with it. But I do want the black, so I want basalt, obsidian, maybe some black concrete, and try and make it work. Excuse me. Oh, it's like buses, isn't it? Yeah. So that's all we're really doing here. You must try and catch my streams because I do sometimes just silently play streams. Oh yeah, we've looked at this bit here. This is what I thought we might do as a sort of ruins area. I'm thinking like the Roman Forum, you know, where it's sunk. So the original settlement of Swinnyminster maybe is here. So given that, I built a little shop thing. I don't know, whatever you call it. Visit the site of Old Swinny. And you can go in, and there's knickknacks and souvenirs for sale. These are all player heads, books, fluffies, and things, dice, cream, and a guy, tickets and souvenirs. And you can get into the site this way, and it's one way. And we need to work out what's going to be down here and where the exit is, and whether or not and how this water is going to involve itself in the site. But yeah, we're going to have some kind of ruins of old Sweeney Minster here. I like it underneath the church. So given that, I've now put in a bit of the path that's going to run up to the church, and I've put in sort of staggered viewing galleries, I suppose they are, so that because you'd want a place to stand out and look at it. So they've been built up there like that. And it's slowly coming on. I mean, maybe the next thing I do is going to be try and work out what some of this old stuff is like. I haven't really decided that yet. I also haven't decided what we're doing in the library. Now we've got what did I call it? An ancient archive. I mean, we could fill that up with librarians. The trouble is they'll escape. So I'm not sure. We certainly need some more of these lampposts around to bring the style together. So I think that's all of the stuff that I've been fiddling with. Why is there a cow in my town? No. You need to spawn away from here now. We need our dock thing down here, which I haven't really decided what to do or how to do it. And definitely this needs filling up with houses and stuff. And again, I don't know what yet. I'm waiting for inspiration. I haven't actually finished the university, have I? I know there's a wall somewhere which I haven't done. Yeah, this one here, this gatehouse, I haven't done it yet. I've got to finish that off. Yeah. Shall I do some building now? No, let me just put this up as a quick update. And next time I do a Twitch stream, I'll try and be focused on building one thing rather than being too random about it all. I've been doing a lot of roads off into the wilderness the last few days, and they're not very interesting to watch. They're just like me laying down cobblestone for an hour in a straight and bendy lines across the scenery. But we're going to be building some of the houses and stuff up, so I will try and talk on the next Twitch streams and explain a bit what I'm doing. I mean, here we need to develop this sort of garden thing of the university, and why I haven't started yet is I liked these, I'm going to call them Proteas, that I've been developing, and I thought, mate, do we want sort of an exotic garden here, or is this just a park? I'm not sure. I think it's just a nice park, but one thing might be quite fun to build is a botanical garden, or at least a big public garden. I'm not sure where or when or how. Or maybe in another world rather than this one, who knows. As in another bit of this world, another civilization in this world. What are we going to... I'm just going to see what we can do with making this nice. So if the steps are here, it suggests that we want something running along there so that you actually use the steps. So this is, I'm going to use some dark oak leaves. Sort of a hedge thing here. Same. That is different. Yeah, that's jungle leaves. Good. So then we've got a hedge here. Do we want to mark the edge of it in some way? No. So we could have I don't know. Do we want just some seating? No, I don't want anything like that. Some seating there is quite nice. Let's put some ends. Oh, we can't do it there, can we? Oops. Damn it. I hate that these take up a whole space. We can't have that there. Maybe we just want a bit more hedge. That. I'm not sure that. Did I just put dark oak down? Yeah, it's dark oak. I don't think we really want to be spectated by the plebeians in the main square either. So I think we'll have a hedge there. I don't imagine that university dons want everyone looking in. So that would do for there. Let's have another seat thing. It doesn't quite fit. You can only have it one wide, which isn't great. I think we might have a tree there. An oak. Do we want an oak? Oops. An oak. It's all there. No, I think that's alright. Let's bone meal that one up. Let's see what it looks like. Please don't be a little tiny thing. Why would it? Okay, well, there's an oak. I was really hoping for a majestic big thing. Or, let me think. I mean, what would be nice would be some poplars. The easiest way of doing them is to plant a giant spruce and then swap out the wood. So let's have a go with that. I mean, I don't know, custom trees are one thing, but if you can just get the game to build you a tree, come on. The in-game trees are really nice. Right. So can I get a nice big spruce? Well, that's not spruce. Are they just going to refuse to grow because there's some overhang up there? They might do, mightn't they? That's so annoying. Really? Really? I'm just going to have a quick read of what the spruce requirements is. Sapling Minecraft growth. Sapling official Minecraft wiki. Usage. Spruce needs at least 7 spaces above in a 5x5 column. Okay, so it doesn't like stuff around it. Oh, that's so fussy. It doesn't like this up here, does it? Really? Okay, let's just chip this out. I can always put it back. That enough? Why would it give me a little tiny one? That's not what I wanted. Again. These things are rotating. Oh no! That was a Protea. Right, oh, more here. Can I get a nice big one? Please. Please. No more up there. is there? Oh, there's a bit here. Oh, it's a bit better. Still not what I want. You. Oh, why are they all small? It's a big, tall tree. One more tree. And that'll do. Okay, that seems to be all it wants to give me. That's really annoying. What I want, what I was really going for is like this over here. These lovely big trees. Oh, they're 2 block wide. They were super spruces. Right. And they need at least 6. Oh, that's alright, I can arrange that. Right. Okay. Stop being an idiot, Rob. They need 6 spaces. What are you thinking? So 6 space. They need space like that. Oh no, what's its problem? That. And that. Why isn't it growing? 1, 2, 1, 2. There's nothing around. Oh, hang on. 14 spaces above. Okay, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, right. Is that it? That what you're fussing about? Yes, that is what you were fussing about, you bloody thing. And now that's a useless tree. What sort of tree is that? I want one with fucking... This would have been quicker just to build my own tree, wouldn't it? Okay, how many times do I try this before I get so angry and just stop? Right, let's try one more. See what kind of tree this gives me. Aha, aha. That'll do. That'll do nicely. So then, all around the side, this back. It didn't need the space, it claimed it needed. It's so stupid. Come on. Right. So this is going to go all the way over here. repair some of the wall. See, I didn't use it. To take it out to not use. That's going to go there. We've got to repair some of the tower. Can we still walk along it? Yep. That's not going to do. Yep. Right, how do we do this? What have we got here? Right, so down. That goes like that. This side here goes like that. There's one of them there, and this goes there. That's just about it, I think. We'll put that on there just to cover it up a little bit. And then I'm going to go quite close. I'm going to do a fill from just -5 from me, -5 from me, -5 from me to +5. And we're going to fill oak wood. We're going to use that to replace spruce wood. No blocks are filled. Oh, because it's a log, isn't it? Log. There we go. We're going to gradually fill this up. Is that it? No, a little bit more. Okay. Right, that's that replaced with that. And then we're going to replace the leaves. Now, what did we use for our spruce leaves over here? Let's go and have a look. Is it oak or dark oak, or what did we use? Oak. Oak. Right, so we use oak leaves. Here we go. And this is going to be annoying because I don't want to replace those ones there. Let's start up here. Then we're going to replace like that. There we go. So that's now all spruce. Damn it. Replaced with oak. Oh, that says acacia anyway. So this is all oak. There we go. And we've now got an effectively different tree, which is very cool indeed. I'm going to just snip out a little bit of the intervening stuff. There we are. And there we've got a sort of other tree, which, I don't know, sort of looks a bit like a poplar. We can have a... See, if that wasn't there, we just had that there. Like that. There we go. That look alright. I mean, maybe that is what we really are after.
pop in the trapdoors along the side. That's why I wanted to give us another block space we can put in them. I think we've got a darkness issue. Yeah, it's quite dark along there. So we're going to want to do something about that. Maybe we just shove a lantern at the end there. That's not so bad, is it? I don't know what we do with the rest of it yet, but we're getting somewhere. I mean, we could... What would a birch look like sitting there? This is birch territory that we've... I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. And then some flowers in there. What should we have? Poppies, or should we have a flower bed? If I put water in there, then we can just about irrigate the soil in there. There we go. We can have some nice dark. There we go. That'll just about reach. Yeah, that will just about reach them. So that should irrigate them. And then I can plant some tulips or something in there. That'll be nice. Certainly, we need some other things. Like I can use the same trick here. I'd put that in there because, whoops, damn it. Farmland is slightly lower. You can see underneath it. I don't like that you can see underneath that. So we need a slab there that I can just tuck in to be waterlogged slab like that. There we go. Parfait. Like, I know we can't make them waterlogged slabs because they'll be seen. Or will they? No, they'll be seen. So these here. It can just be that. There we are. 1, 2, that's not going to reach now. So we need some more water in there. Another waterlogged slab there. A bit more farmland there. Maybe another tree or something. I'm just thinking I can't go all the way along here. It doesn't make sense. So maybe just that. Yeah. Let's put a rose in there. Likewise in the corner. Maybe that there as well. Some pink tulips. There we go. Come on, hydrate. Then we need to work out what's going to sit along here. I mean, actually, look, we could have another bench there. It needs more planning than this. I think we only want it too wide. We need some kind of lighting. I have to go here like that. How is there? How is there? How did you get here? How did you spawn? You shouldn't be able to spawn. How did he get in here? Ah, is it the top of these? Really? It could be, couldn't it? Does that stop things spawning? Don't know. They're all lower slabs. It shouldn't be possible. Anyway, so there we can have. Right, some more there. Why do I have another skeleton? Okay, yeah. Well, I thought this was all lit up as well. Right. Oh, it's this area over here. It's too wide, isn't it? So we need to lighten this up somehow. Okay, I can do that another time. I don't really know what else we need or what we want. I kind of half wonder maybe another birch over there. I quite like that you can see the plants. It might be enough. Maybe some kind of thing, statue, monument thing. I don't know what. Yeah, I think some kind of stone thing in there, but I'm not sure what at this stage. Okay, we're not going to sort that lighting out immediately. What could we do? We could. I don't really know what the immediate answer is to the lighting issue. But I think that's coming along for the sort of Fellows Garden. Oh, good. I'm just wondering whether we want a block or something, just something. What does granite walls look like? Are they just terrible and horrible? Oh god. Yeah. Does just stone bricks so it matches what's underneath. Just to punctuate it so that yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah. So that we can see it's an entrance to something. There's seats, there's stuff, and it's sort of nice. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I go here. But it does need something in the middle. Right. Well, I am going to give that a pause here. And I think, oh look at them up there. I think we will say catch you in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Do check out some of the playlists. I will update them shortly. Bye bye.